welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be speaking about having your Pluto conjuncting your partner's North Node in SYNASTRY. When it comes to Pluto, this is a planet that shows change and it shows healing, and it can also be very deep and transformative. And with the North Node, this is a sign that shows the true north and life direction, like the North Star of a person's whole life. So it can feel like destiny, but with the Pluto person and the North Node person coming together in this with this SYNASTRY aspect, this can show some pretty major moments when it comes to their relationship with each other. And it's definitely going to lead to something very transformative for both of them in this relationship. And they can feel that very early on with this aspect in their SYNASTRY. Because the energy of Pluto is really pushing you towards being able to confront things that have not yet been dealt with or have been suppressed out of a desire to not have to deal with them and keep them hidden. The North Node is more tapped into energy, and it is something that can feel more new to a person. So the Pluto person is going to act as almost like a person who's guiding or protecting the North Node person on a journey of evolution and self-discovery in this relationship, even though they both can feel this on some level in this relationship. For the North Node person, the SYNASTRY can really help them tap into another side of themselves that they have not been able to deal with, or they have perhaps preferred to not have to bring up to the surface with the Pluto person. And with this SYNASTRY, it can have a very positive result for being able to deal with those issues for the North Node person. And SYNASTRY overall contributes to a sense of growth and for becoming a better version of themselves through this relationship and what it's really revealing to them. The connection between the Pluto person and the North Node person can at first be quite intense, and it can feel like there's something very deep to their connection. It can also trigger or bring about really difficult and deep emotions for the North Node person, which can be quite difficult and tough for the North Node person to deal with, depending on the North Node person and where they are in their journey. But over time with this SYNASTRY, with the Pluto person, the North Node person gets to understand and know themselves better through their relationship with the Pluto person, and they also get to understand and know each other a lot better, and that leads to them having this deep, strong sense of understanding of each other and themselves. And it's also a source of strength in that way for both of them. So for the North Node person, it can at times feel like they're discovering new parts of themselves in this relationship, because the Pluto person can want to get deep with the North Node person wherever this aspect is falling in their SYNASTRY charts. And any resistance that the North Node person has to this, the Pluto person is willing to really encourage and also support the North Node person through getting through any challenges or tough times or any kind of fears that may come up for them. In that way, the Pluto person can be like a helping hand or a guide for the North Node person along some really deep or tough times that they can experience as they discover this new parts of themselves in this relationship. Because the North Node is all about pointing us towards the right direction, that is really bringing us towards who we truly are, and it's all about being on the path towards our true destiny. And it can feel like stepping out of a comfort zone and into unexperienced or unexplored territory for the North Node person. It is possible to feel a little bit overwhelmed for the North Node person, but the nice thing is that the Pluto person is acting as a very protective and encouraging, supportive hand in the North Node person's life as they go through their relationships together, and ultimately really gaining a deeper and better understanding of themselves and of their life purpose and their inner selves, and their relationship can feel like a journey of growth and transformation, even on a spiritual level with this synastry aspect. And they become stronger and wiser, and it can be one of a lot of progress. When having your Pluto conjuncting your partner's North Node, the Pluto person can be very drawn to the North Node person and feel like they can see the North Node person's potential, and they can take on that role of wanting to be able to bring that out and encourage the North Node person in bringing that out. Although with Pluto, the energy can be quite intense at times, and if the North Node person is open to the Pluto person's energy, then the North Node person can be in for a bit of a challenge in this relationship when it comes to tapping into that side of themselves in this relationship. And for the North Node person, the Pluto person is very drawn to the North Node person's potential, and the Pluto person and the North Node person can have a very powerful connection with this aspect in their synastry, and their relationship can just feel like it's very magnetic, and they can feel very drawn to each other in the beginning. And this relationship can be one that is very intense as well, with Pluto and the North Node person's energies combining in a conjunction like this. The Pluto person is especially drawn to the North Node person, whether it is even on a subconscious level. They can be very deeply drawn to the North Node person with this aspect. For the Pluto person, they're very drawn to the North Node person because the North Node person is kind of representing this path towards some kind of growth, and they seeing up the North Node person's potential is also showing them the potential for being on a path towards growth and transformation in some way that is going to mean a deeper sense of self-discovery of the North Node person, and they want to be able to help the North Node person, and they could be intrigued by this potential to get to know the North Node person on a deeper level and really getting into the depth of the North Node person's being. And because of this, the Pluto person may feel this really strong sense of being very devoted to helping the North Node person, and they can be very supportive of the North Node person as well. And they also have this very protective instinct when it comes to the North Node person. They're willing to be able to support the North Node person through any struggles or perceived challenges that may come up for them, through any ups and downs that they may encounter in their relationship. There's the sense of devotion from the Pluto person towards the North Node person. Even though the synastry can be quite supportive when it comes to the Pluto person towards the North Node person, there can also be things like possessiveness and wanting to be able to be in control from the Pluto person. And the Pluto energy can be quite intense, and it can be overwhelming for the North Node person. But the Pluto person does feel very deeply connected to the North Node person. And there can be the sense of being very committed to helping the North Node person on their journey when it comes to their growth and transformation on any kind of spiritual level. And the synastry aspect between two people can at times feel quite intense. In fact, for the North Node person, it can even feel overwhelming, and it can feel like it's really taking the North Node person out of their comfort zone. So it does have its potentials for ups and downs. And the North Node person can feel like there's a sense of fascination with the Pluto person, and their feelings can also be somewhat intense in this relationship with the Pluto person, but they can also feel a little bit hesitant and a little bit resistant to the Pluto person, because with the North Node, this is out of the North Node person's comfort zone. The North Node person could also be very drawn towards the Pluto person because of their energy and the depth that it can bring to their connection, even though the Pluto person can have a way of really bringing out aspects of the North Node person's personality that they may not have intended on having been brought up to the surface and would have preferred to have kept hidden. However, another positive thing that the North Node person can feel from the Pluto person is that sense of being supported, and also that sense of having a feeling of security and being reassured by the Pluto person which the North Node person can come to appreciate about the Pluto person as well in this relationship. And even the Pluto person's sense of devotion towards the North Node person in this relationship. And overall, with this aspect between the North Node person and the Pluto person, the North Node person is really being encouraged and helped by the Pluto person when it comes to facing any fears or even just any parts of themselves that they may have not yet dealt with. And that can lead to the sense of healing and also being able to experience that growth and that transformation through being involved with the Pluto person. And for the Pluto person, the North Node person is also helping them be able to channel their energy towards something that is going to feel very positive and like it's aligned with some kind of a purpose. And between the Pluto person and the North Node person, this relationship can experience a lot of intense or overwhelming energy, which they may need to balance out between the two of them, since this aspect can make for a pretty deep connection to have between two people. Well, that does it for this video on having your Pluto conjuncting your partner's North Node in Synastry. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.